video here, just making a set here on the pipeline with a V-bucket. 6 foot deep ditch. Just throw my strippings to the back. I usually rip from the bottom, but this material's breaking away into the banks too much. So I'm just kind of taking the top off, and then I can rip from the bottom. Just a 6-inch flex steel. This shit's kind of a pain in the butt. Garden hose. Now I go in for my grade scoop and just a heel bulk. To look at the top pins there. I said in previous videos with the digging bucket. And that's right at my 6 foot mark. On 290. Kind of look at the angle on that H bar and find your grade. It kind of changes. They're in the harder the ground, the more up and down it goes, I guess. And then when you're in soft ground, you kind of gotta hover it. I'll give you a visual here. So if you look at that top H bar, you gotta kind of float it like that on soft ground. When it's harder, you're more like that. On this, I'm about right there, kind of the top bolt to that pin to the bottom of the back one. Try to get as much in there as you possibly can. That's why I like taking from the bottom, because it's the most virgin ground you're going to get in the bucket, rather than breaking it up, taking 1 foot at a time. wiggle my right wrist a lot in my bucket, kind of giving the dirt that shock factor. Some harder ground to get the, what I was talking about earlier with that H-bar. That's about the angle I need to pull grade, because before I was like that. So you just got to get that front pin to the depth. Don't worry about the back one. So it's digging 6 feet deep. Starting to go a little bit sideways here and there because dealing with frost and hard ground. As long as I'm still getting the full bucket, it's good. If I'm not getting the full bucket with a B bucket, I'll go back to a digging bucket. You see how much more angle? Great. Then it goes the opposite. If you're in muskeg or soft ground, bog, whatever you want to call it, then you're almost floating it like that. See, I have my thumb closed just a little bit because I do look at that H-bar from my depth. So when it's all the way up, you can't see it. Pretty good idea. Heel bulk.